Oh, dear me. Well, that's not worked, is it? Just a minute. There we are. Oh, hang on. No. Oh, not to worry. So why isn't that working? Just a moment. No, not working. Not working. Never mind. Welcome along, boys and girls. It's Sunday the 27th of May 2018. Welcome along to a nighttime United Kingdom talk, boys and girls. Nice to see you again. Yesterday I spent some time filming flowers. You may have noticed our new summer opening, boys and girls. We're a week early with that, to be honest. I was going to play out that for you next week, and I thought, sod it, it's done now. So there we are. Little flowers and that. That's my garden. There's a little bit of outside. The big pink rhododendron you saw there, that's on my walk to my mate's house because he lives about 20 minutes up the road by foot, about 5 minutes by car. So that long rhododendron where it goes across like that, that's on the walk down there. And the last few shots are of his garden as well because we like flowers. Me and my mate like flowers. There's nothing better than to spend an hour or so walking around a garden centre. But to be honest... I suppose really if I cut back on the lawn downstairs, I could get some more plants in there. My mate's garden is absolutely chock-a-block with plants and flowers, and the big poppy at the end, that's in his garden. Poppies are beautiful, don't you think? Poppies are absolutely beautiful. The trouble is they don't last very long. They're kind of gone and gone in just a few days' time. Now, you may notice just up there, boys and girls, there's a texting number as well. So if you're watching on the television and you can't type, you can text the show now as well, okay? If you can type on Facebook Live or YouTube or Periscope, that's all well and good. Just send through your messages in your usual way. But if you've not been able to contact the show before, you can do so now by text message as well. Perhaps you're just watching. Some people just watch on a normal telly. Then that's a text number up there, 07551 259 675. So that's a new thing we just started the other day, okay? 07551 259 675. So I went up Ronnie's, as I say, yesterday afternoon to take some pictures, put all that together. That's about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours work there that you saw at the beginning, and then we'll use that throughout the summer. I've also got a nice summer backdrop, okay, which actually isn't loads of flowers. It's more of a sort of forest view. A little bit like a strange man sitting in the forest. I shall look like that probably from next Sunday, although I'm looking forward next Sunday. My niece and her little family, that's husband Ben, and she's got 3 children. There's George, who's 5, Emily, who's 4, and baby James, who is a year old now. Baby James, who is now able to walk almost unaided, boys and girls. I love it watching babies walk, don't you? They took, and they're over. And then they get up again, and they're like this. They're like little robots, aren't they? Have you seen babies when they stand up? They're like little robots. The way and they kind of stand there like this, don't they? And they take a walk forward and oh yeah, that's it, but and over it goes. Well, he can walk almost unaided now, so they're coming down next Sunday and Monday, next week that is, to do Legoland. And I'm going to be there with them. We'll have a nice meal on the Sunday night. And Monday, they come down on the Sunday. I think, I can't remember what time they're going to get here, actually. I think the check-in is something like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll have to check that for them. And they've got their ticket, but I haven't bought my ticket yet. So I must go up there next week and buy a ticket for. I've never been to Legoland. Anyone been there? Never been to Legoland. It's like 20 minutes drive from here. It's in, of course, the old Windsor Safari Park. I don't know. You need to be of a bit of an age, I think, probably over 30 to remember that. But Legoland actually used to be a safari park with lions and tigers, and there was a big pool thing. I say big. You know, for the size of a whale, it's nothing. I don't like wows and animals stuck in cages and things like that. I mean, a safari park, yeah, they've got a bit more space, but it's still not right, is it? You know? Have a tiger or something in an enclosure, but that's how it was. So I went up there a few times and I had this train going around it. I wonder if they've still got the train up in Legoland. Anyway, so they're coming down on a Sunday. So I'll have Sunday in the park with them. I'll have a bit of dinner with them. Monday in the park with them as well. And they go back Tuesday morning. So very much looking forward to that next week. So that means I'll have a stand-in at the karaoke at Central Station. That's not tomorrow. I'm there tomorrow. Those of you that come to karaoke on Monday night, I'm there tomorrow. But not just off the Monday afterwards, which is the... I know what it is now. What is it? The 3rd... Monday the 4th of June, I shall be there. All right, so looking forward to that. Let's say hello to some of you today. Who's there today? Good morning to Diane. Good evening, Diane Jebb, who's in with the very first message this evening. Good evening, Diane. Hello to Danny Davies from Welsh, Wales. You can call in later, Danny, if you're still there. You know, if you're not doing something else, but you'll have to wait a bit. Phone lines are not open yet. Do not call in. If you call in, your vote will not count and you may still be charged for the call. Be warned. Although you don't get charged for the call because it's just a local London number. We don't have any 0800s here, dear. No 0848, no 800, nothing like that. Hello to Kevin Webster. Gustav, good evening, Gustav. Kim Witt's up there in Lincolnshire. Good evening, Kim. Diane's loving the new music and flowers. Thank you very much. A lot of work there. Hello to Dom Unique, who can watch and it's not 4 o'clock in the morning now. Yeah, usually if you're new to the show, welcome along. I don't really do much serious. It's just a light-hearted bit of chat, really. That's what we do on the show here. Usually, I'm here at about 9:30 in the morning. But I've got some nights off now, and I thought I'd do something with the nights off, one of which is to do this. So instead of doing it in the morning, I'm doing it tonight. But generally, we're here at about 9:30 in the morning if you want to join us, okay? Hello to Rod Brown, the lovely Sarah Lou Lace. Good evening, Sarah Lou Lace. Danny Davis, don't be ages before we can call in. Why? Why? I'm in the middle of doing something here. I'm not going to just shut up so you can call in, am I, Danny? You'll have to wait a bit. Patience. You're a millennial, aren't you, Danny? Oh, that explains it. That explains it. No patience and offended by everything. Have you heard about the new Monopoly? We love it, man. We love millennials on this show, darling. All they do is moan. They moan and I'm offended. There was I saw a story in the paper about a millennial being offended. 1 minute. Have I got it here? I haven't got it. Oh, talking of millennials, did you know that the Thomas Cook are actually now I don't know if they've done it already. They're considering dropping the 18 to 30 holidays. You remember that, lads? Girls and boys, those of us, again, of an age, who have been, perhaps, on a similar 18 to 30 holiday. I didn't go on them myself, okay? But I wish I had done, actually. They were full of booze and clubbing and that's what we did. We loved it. Well, the millennials aren't going anymore. Apparently, they prefer to spend their money on experiences. Well, that's an experience, dear. But I was trying to work out, why wouldn't you want to go on that? Now, you must have seen them in pubs. Millennials, they sit around a little table and they don't talk to anyone. And if they'll be all having conversation, chat with each other, chit-chat, and then you come in, deathly silence. It's like they don't want you to be there, isn't it? Okay? Now, I don't understand why millennials don't want to be on an 18 to 30 holiday. So I thought for, what's the word? For inquiry purposes, for investigative purposes, I'd pop into our local branch of Thomas Cook while finishing paying for my Las Vegas holiday in October with my nephew, and I'd pick up an 18 to 30 holiday. Now, I just want to point out, okay, I didn't pick this up to browse through it and look at the fit lads in here. I want to point that out. That's not the... No, it's not. The reason for picking... Is that camera working yet? Can I just have another look at that camera? Is that one? That's gone wrong, that has. Look at that. Camera. What about the other one? That one's all right, isn't it? Yeah. I haven't picked this up just to look at naked bodies. I want to point that out. It was for investigative services. That's why I've picked it up. Anyway, so I thought I'd look through this and see if I can decide for myself why you wouldn't want to book a Club 18 to 30 holiday if you had the brochure, right? And I've looked through it. Now, I'm just going to show you, shall we say, the first 10 pages, okay? And then I'll open the phone lines. And you can call in if you want to and tell me why you wouldn't book one of these holidays, okay? I flicked through it. And I asked my mate to have a look through it as well. And he couldn't spot the reason that I thought. So I might be wrong. You know, I hate to break it to you, right? But I'm not always right. I know you're surprised now, aren't you? You're very, very surprised, but actually I'm not always right. Okay? I remember being wrong once in 1993, I think it was, around about 10 o'clock at night. I was wrong then. And then there was another occasion in 1985, I think, where I was once wrong. Okay? So I'm not always right. I have been wrong twice in the last 25 years or so. Now, but I've looked through this, and it was glaringly obvious to me why you wouldn't want to book a club 18 to 30 holiday, right? So have a look at these pages, and then I'm going to read your messages out, okay? Right, just have a look at these first 10 pages, okay? So there we go. Little story all about the reps there. Holiday confessions, okay? A lot of text there. Okay, next page. There you go. Little page there. Okay, let's move on. Another page there. You don't actually have to read anything, all right? Not necessary to read. Next page here. Okay. All right. Next page here. How are we doing now? How many is that? Is that about 5? 5. Keep going. 6. All right. 7. Oh, did I say 20? Well, 10. Let's go 15. 8. Oh, hang on a minute. 8. 8. Okay. See all those? I'm glad I got my air conditioning on in here. And I thought 9. Right. 10. Just 5 more to go. Be patient now. 11. Magaluf. Also known as something else. I can't think what it is now. 12. Right. 13. 14. 15. Okay, that'll do you for now, all right? So I've shown you 15 pages of that. From looking at that, why would you not book a holiday in here? It's glaringly obvious to me the group of people they're going for here and the sort of thing you can expect. Okay? Why is no one booking the holiday here? Right, let's read some messages. Hello to Matthew Martens on the YouTube. Good evening, Matthew. Long time no speak, my friend. I hope your family's all right. Baby Jake. How is baby Jake now? He's got to be, is he going to be 1.5 now? 1 years old, 1.5. Matthew says, hello to all from Winnipeg in Canada. Love Heather, Jake and I. If anyone wants to visit Canada, I suggest booking a holiday between now and the end of August. 30 degrees centigrade and lots of sun. So that's not bad, is it? Around about 90 Fahrenheit, something like that. Be a bit too hot for me, to be honest, Matthew. 90 would be too hot for me. 1 moment, please. There we are. Alan, hello to Alan, who's just about to eat his dinner while watching your show. Sausages, mash and beans. You're not going to start posting pictures of your dinner, are you, Alan? I don't understand people on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter who post pictures. Here's my dinner. How unexciting is that? Do you... What was that? It was a strange... Did you hear that? It was a strange and mysterious noise in here. I wonder what that was. It was like that. Is there anyone outside listening? Oh, I hope we're not going to be taken over by religious extremists. I always lock the door downstairs when I'm up here, dear. You never know. They could come in their little orange tracksuits with guns and knives. I could be beheaded live on air. Oh, mind you, that would get the viewing figures up, wouldn't it? Sarah says, I have some huge big red poppies about to bloom in my garden. Quite excited. Oh, they're beautiful, Sarah. Absolutely beautiful poppies, but they don't last very long. That's the only thing. Hello to Joseph Schonbarger. Good evening, Joseph. Ram Pakash. Good evening, Ram. Welcome to the show for the first time, I think. Mark's off to the karaoke. Try and sing a few happy songs, Mark. No Aerosmith or nothing like that. Boring ballads. Happy songs that make everyone get up and dance. Too many ballads. Hello to Mary. Good evening, non-Irish Mary from Ireland. Hello to Nick Mason. Good evening, Nick. Welcome to the show. Can I get a shout out for me and Liz, listening and watching in Manchester? Good evening, Nick. I've only been to Manchester once. I stayed at this really posh hotel. I got paid, and it was all paid for. Now the hotel, don't remember the name of it. The hotel was opposite like a music shop. It was on a main road. Really big, old, and to be honest, it could have done with a bit of refurbishment. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit tired, but you go in there, massive chandelier, staircase going up. Like, oh, wonderful. It's a bit like Dynasty, but bigger. And on the opposite side of the road, I remember there was a music shop. So I don't know if you know where that was. Well, certainly wasn't a Premier Inn, dear. Oh, I did stay at a Premier Inn there as well. A Premier Inn or a Travel Lodge? Well, dear, what a come down that was. So I spent the first night in the posh hotel, the second night in the Travel Lodge. Well, I've got there, I checked in and I'm walking around. Well, I can say this at night. It was a bit like a knocking shop in there, dear. All young people, girls and boys, clearly not married, dear. I mean, where is the world coming to? Vivian down at the church wouldn't have any of that, my love. She would not have any of that. It was like a knocking shop, this hotel. You probably know where I mean. Thank you, Nick. Good evening to Paul Dow, all the way from Enfield. So you must have got the storms last night. Did you see those? Did you see the storms last night? We'll talk about that a bit later. Hello to Adrian Richardson. Dean Hoggart, lots of you there today. Good morning to you all, or good evening to you all. This is the idea of doing a show at night, because a lot of people can't join us at 9:30 in the morning. I know you're all doing works and things like that. Danny Davis has got thunder where he is at the moment. Are you sure that's not you just passing wind, Danny? I gather you do that a lot. Is that right? Is that why you haven't got boyfriend? Because you keep passing wind so much? That's what I heard. I mean, not for me. I've never actually met Danny Davis. Can you believe that? Research purposes. That's right. That's why I've got this, for research purposes. Okay. Hello to Pete Branch, who's in a crisis at the moment in Brazil. What is the crisis in Brazil, Pete? Have you run out of water or electricity or something? Hello to Colin. How was our DJ yesterday, Colin? Do you know, it's all gone a bit white. Has that picture gone a bit white? I've only got trouble with the cameras today. 1 minute. Let's see if I can sort that out for you. There you go. All right. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm in a bit of trouble with the pictures today. Nothing's working properly. There we are. I've kind of whited out. It looked like I'm talking to you for a piece of frosted glass. I might look better for a piece of frosted glass, to be honest. I gather the old DJ was down there last night, Colin. Was it good? I bet you had a good night last night. Our mate down there, Jeffrey Clapper. Mr. Jeffrey Clapper. Nice to see him back there. Mary says it looks as boring as F. What, Club 18 to 30? Yeah, I think you're very close to that, Mary. You're very close to that. Pete used to live in Magaluf. Did you really? Yeah, you look the sort, to be honest, Pete. I can imagine you living in Magaluf. It wouldn't suit me, dear. No. I mean, do they have any churches there? I like to go to church on a Sunday. I don't think they go to church in Magaluf on a Sunday, do they, dear? No. I mean, what time do they get up on a Sunday in Magaluf? That's the question. Hello to Heidi and from Louisa. Hello, Louisa. That's Heidi's other half. And Gabrielle. Baby Gabrielle. Lots of babies all over the place. Can he walk yet? Can he walk yet? Or is he a little bit shaky? I love it when they fall over. Is that cruel? And it's sudden, isn't it? They don't sort of fall over slowly, babies. They're taking one, and then suddenly they're flat on their faces. Oh, dear. Paul says, Club 18 to 30 slogans in 1980 were too drunk to funk. I remember that. And too funking much. That's right. You're right, Paul. What they did with the bananas and balloons were crazy. Yes. Chris, music shop, Rushworth and Draper. Could well have been, Chris, where the hotel was. But it was opposite a big music shop. A beautiful hotel, but it needed work. It needed to be updated, I'll tell you that now. Pete wants a storm in Brazil. We've got no petrol. All the petrol stations are sold out due to truckers striking. Oh, really? You got no petrol? Well, that affects everything, no petrol, because the lorries can't deliver the stuff. You can't get food and everything. How awful. Gosh. Gosh. Nick, the Britannia Hotel in Manchester. I've stayed there myself and exactly where you mean. Was it? I'll be honest with you, that doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell, the Britannia. But it was, I mean, it was the biggest hotel. It took up the whole, that part of the road. You might be right, I can't remember. Gabrielle. What did I say? Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Well, there you go, Heidi. That teacher, for giving your child a name like that people are going to pronounce differently. Why don't you just call him Mark? Or Paul? John? No, have to do a fancy name. These people that do fancy names, you've destined that child to spend his entire life correcting people about how to say his name. You know that, don't you? You could have called him Jake, like Matthew Martens called his little boy. Jake. You can't get Jake wrong. Gabrielle, you can get that wrong, you see. That poor child you should be done for child cruelty. Child cruelty, that is. Giving your child a name that no one is ever going to get right. Oh, hello, are you Gabrielle? Oh, no, it's Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Oh, sorry, Gabrielle. They're always going to get that wrong. Oh, dear me. Hello to Martin Daly is a hotel for the rich. Yes, that's why I stayed there. But I didn't pay. Someone paid for me to stay there because I was doing a little DJing job there. Big old-fashioned looking. Yes, that's the one. Oh, so it must have been the Britannia. I'm sure you're right, Nick. I just can't remember the name. And that's the way it goes. Right, let's open the phone lines, boys and girls. One moment, please. Phone lines. One moment. Phone lines are now open. You can call in if you want. Why do you think... I've showed you the brochure. If you've just joined us, welcome along. I was showing people this 18 to 30 club brochure, right? And look here, okay? Look here. Why wouldn't you want to book a club 18 to 30 holiday? You can call in now if you want to. 0208 144 3477. It's a local London number, boys and girls. Local London number. You do not get charged premium rate, okay? Hello to someone listening in Texas. Welcome along to the show. Thanks for your text. By the way, if you're going to send a text, please put your name and where you are. Otherwise, I don't know. All right? It just comes up. Obviously, I'll get your message. And thank you for the other one. Just text the wrong number. Got a mouthful from a guy. Yeah, it's very, very clever. Very funny. I wouldn't read that out in the morning. Good morning to Danny Davies in Welsh Wales.
Well, good evening for a start. Are you in a time, space, whatever?
What did I say then?
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, you sound boring tonight.
Well, I am offended that you called me offensive.
Offensive? When did I call you offensive?
Because I'm a millennial.
No, offended.
I never get offended.
You're not offensive. You get offended at everything.
I'm offended that you think I'm offended.
You're always offended, Danny.
I'm never offended.
All millennials are offended.
I'm never offended.
Have you got your new Millennial Edition Monopoly game yet? Have you heard about that?
No, not yet.
Have you heard about that?
I've heard about that, yes.
They've brought out a new Monopoly game for millennials. It doesn't matter what you land on, you can't afford it. I love it, dear. That was a Chris Reardon joke. I wrote that one myself. I haven't even stolen that from anyone, Danny.
Well, anyway, that's a good start, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So, how are you anyway? Sunday
I'm
night.
very well, firing on all cylinders. I've got something in the slow cooker for later. I've got a nice little a corn stew. I'll probably put. It's looking a bit runny at the moment. I'll have to put some of my thickening granules in it. Do you ever use thickening granules?
I do.
They're so good.
Do you know what my nana used to use? And you're going to find this really hilarious.
Go on.
Camp.
Pardon?
Camp.
What's that?
It's like. Do you remember Camp Coffee?
Camp.
Used to come in
yes, I do.
That
remember.
used to come in a jar.
Yes.
Well, she used to use that to thicken things up.
That was a liquid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bottle of stuff. It wasn't powder, camp coffee. Yeah, I remember that. I don't think I ever had any. I like the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste. Funny that, isn't it?
It's a bit nasty, that. The 18 to 30 holidays
Yes.
that you're going on about,
Yes.
I would never go on one.
Why is that then? Too old?
Be- Behave.
How old
no,
are you then?
We've been through this every single time I
Well,
call.
how old are you?
I'm 29.
It's just funny you look so much older on the pictures, don't you?
Oh.
Isn't that strange? Anyway,
That's
yes,
very
go on.
strange and mysterious.
18 to 30 holidays. Why wouldn't you book one of these?
I wouldn't go on them because they look boring.
They do, don't they? All right. So from the brochure, did you see the pictures I showed you?
Yeah. They look like something out of a saga holiday.
Right. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. That's your take on it. That's fair comment.
But
that is
but
fair
the thing
comment.
is, Chris, you're more likely to go on a saga than me.
Well, yes, of course. I'm 55, but that doesn't bother me. You see, it bothers you the fact that you look so much older than you really are.
I'm not
For me,
older.
it doesn't
I
bother
don't
me.
look older than-
I shall announce now to all that to let you know, if you're wondering of my age, I am 55 years old, and if any of you
Plus fat.
if any of you look as
Plus
good
fat.
as me at 55, then you're doing well, I think.
It's 55 plus fat. Stop lying to everyone.
Thank you. I was thinking about that the other day in the kitchen. I was doing my stuff in the kitchen and I'm thinking, you can't be 55. How can you possibly be 55? I just don't feel... I get aches and pains now and again, yes, all over the place. And I had it in the legs the other day. I had aches and pains in my legs. I was trying to work out what it was, and the fact is I'd walked quickly to my mate's house and back, which is about 25 minutes. And I do walking, but perhaps not at that speed, and I think that must have been what it was. But you do get aches and pains as you get older, Danny. You'll wake up and...
I suffer with plantar fasciitis.
What's that?
To me and you, flat feet. And I've always suffered with my feet. And the doctors have had to give me steroid injections and stuff like that to help the healing process. Now, my doctor has said that you're going to suffer with your feet when you get dramatically older. The older you get, the more... And at one point, you may end up in a wheelchair because you won't be able to walk.
Where is the pain in your feet?
It's the arches. So I'm suffering with flat feet. So all the shoes I have to wear, they don't have to be specially made, but they have to have like gel insoles.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
So there's an arch in
So
the...
you're supporting the arch. You're supporting the arch, aren't you? I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my doctor's told me that when I get later in life, he didn't give an age, but he said when you get on in later in life that you're going to suffer with your feet really bad, and you're probably going to end up losing the able to walk.
Oh, I thought you were going to say losing your feet then.
No, you might lose the ability to walk.
Chop them off. Be done with it. Just chop them off, dear.
How am I going to get around with no feet?
Wheelchair. There's some very nice wheelchairs, and you can bling them up. You can bling them with fairy lights and mirrors. There's a bloke round here.
Are you trying to call me a fairy?
There's a bloke round here. He's got all his blinged up. He's got little Union Jacks all over them. You know, lights flashing away.
I'll be a mobile disco.
Well, exactly. That is what you are. You're a DJ. You can have your own proper mobile disco.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I've come up with a fantastic gadget.
Yeah.
Just between me, you, and the gatepost, there's no one else listening.
Just a minute, let me check there's no one looking.
Yeah, just check. Right, okay.
No one listening.
I've come
just
up
a
with
minute, just a minute. That's okay, there's no one there. Come on here, come on. Go on.
I've come up with an idea of a smart mirror.
A smart mirror?
Yes, I've just looked out the window and I've just seen a big flash of lightning across the sky. Anyway.
Have you been a bad person? That is God coming to punish you.
No, a smart mirror. Now, you've got smartphones that you can communicate with.
Yes.
Why not have a smart mirror? All right. Now, you can stand in it naked. Obviously, ugly people don't need to apply.
Well, that would include you then, wouldn't it?
No,
I'm feeling quite sick imagining you naked.
Well, listen. if you had
Continue.
if you had this camera in the mirror and you stood in it naked and you had a database of clothes, it would tell you what to wear.
Well, can't you already do that on the internet? I'm sure there's certain clothing places now where you can put yourself. I don't know where it is now, or it might even be a shop, a higher end shop where you can go in and try on, but obviously not try on, but on the computer, you come up there and try on these various. Oh, I know where it is. Specsavers or somewhere like that. You can try your glasses on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It superimposes them over your face.
Yeah. So I think a smart mirror would work.
I think that's an excellent idea. I think you should go to Dragon's Den. How
Well,
do you
they don't
think you
make it
do?
anymore, dear.
How do you think you do in front of the delightful Deborah Meaden?
She's not on it anymore.
Oh, ain't she?
No.
Oh, she was my favourite. When'd she go?
About 3 series ago?
No.
About 2016?
Did she? Who replaced her?
I don't know.
I like the lady who coughed a lot. She obviously had about 60 thags a day.
Oh, yes. Unlike me. But yeah, I think I'd get on really well. Because if you had a major technologies company, say Apple, for instance, make this, then it would revolutionise clothing, the way you look at yourself.
And how do you look at yourself? With disgust?
No, I actually look at myself and I think, do you know what? I'm happy with the way I look. I don't need to change for anybody.
And you know what, Danny? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. I mean, it doesn't matter what I think of you, the way you look. Oh, it's awful. But as long as you're happy, that's all that matters, lovey. That's all that matters.
Chris, I seen you in bed the other day, lovey, so...
Not in your bed, you didn't. Would you like to just verify that, what you saw? We were chatting, weren't we, dear? By FaceLink
FaceTime.
thing. Yeah.
So me and Chris have evening chat, sometimes on his way to work, and he swears and curses at the traffic.
I do not ever swear out of my mouth. How dare you say that?
Oh, dear. That's
I'm a very clean-living Catholic boy who goes to church on a Sunday, I love, you know?
But anyway, so we have conversations daily normally, and some of the conversations we have are, but yeah, I woke up, I was in bed and I was lying there, just got into bed.
Is this call going on for much longer?
Yes, Chris Reardon would like to FaceTime with you, and then I opened it and Chris, he was lying there in his bed naked.
I was not laying in the bed. I was laying in the bed naked, but you didn't see anything. It's not for you to see.
You know?
Nakedness on my own, thank you very much.
But anyway, so what time did you get to work on Friday?
Friday night.
Because you called me, didn't you?
10 to 8.
Oh, just on time?
Just on time. Well, no, just on time. It's 8:30 I start on a Friday. So 10 to 8. I like to be at a job 45 minutes at least before I start. I can be as late as 15 minutes before I start and still be ready on time. But I like to be at a job 45 minutes before I start. I'm very, very time conscious with work, dear. I'm never late.
Never late. So what was I going to say?
I don't know. Is this call going on much longer? How long have you had now? Let me just check the clock. I think you're about to be cut off, Danny. Quickly now. You've had 10 minutes now. 10 minutes.
There's an
Millions
event
of people are trying to call into the studio here. What?
There's an event we're doing on Saturday if you're interested.
Oh, yes. Go on then.
It's a 70s, 80s and disco evening.
Oh, that's for me. I'm tempted by a 70s cruise. There's a disco cruise happening. Did you hear me mention it the other day?
I did. And
yes,
I was like,
it goes from Fort Lauderdale. They got people like Casey and the Sunshine Band. Gloria Gaynor's going to be on there. Can you imagine that? Standing in front of Gloria Gaynor singing I Will Survive. Wow.
More like, what would you sing?
What would I sing? Well, I wouldn't sing anything. I'm there to watch her. Although, probably from the stage, she'd recognise me and wave at me from my shows that I do.
What's the other one she did? I Am What I Am.
Never Can Say Goodbye. I Am What I Am. Also done, of course, by Shirley Bassey. I am what I am.
So, yeah, so if you're about on Saturday, do come up.
I'm
I can
afraid
get you
I
a
will
free
be
ticket.
working Saturday, entertaining millions of people in a pub in North London, lovey.
I'm sure my event is more appealing.
I'm sure it has. I'm sorry this call has become boring now. I'm going to cut you off. Thank you. Goodbye.
Good night.
Oh, dear me. Now, he's all right to talk to for a while, isn't he? But he does go on a bit in the end. And I'm sorry, boring people have to be cut off. It started off all right, and then he started rambling. Did you notice that? One of the most boring callers that we get here at United Kingdom Talk, that was Danny Davies talking to you all. Who else wants to call in? The phone number's up there. 0208 144 3477 is my local London number. You can text in it as well. The texting number's up there, which is covered, unfortunately, by people's messages. Never mind. Thank you to Paul in Enfield for texting in. Who's being rude, Paul? There's a lot of people being rude on the text messaging this evening. I do get rude messages from here. Can I just tell you, if you do use the text number, it only works while the show is on, okay? You can't text at 3:30 in the morning, and I can't reply on it. It's just an incoming thing I've got here. Hello to Matthew said, baby Jakes is now 18 months old. He's doing well since Jake has been born, by the way. He's joined me in watching every single United Kingdom Talk chat show, including this one. Oh, come on, Matthew. I don't expect you to be there for all the shows. I can't believe you watch every single show, Matthew. I hope you're not telling porky pies. Remember, you go to church as well, lovey. Yes. Hello to Simon Gilman. Hates the warm weather. I love the storm and lightning last night. That was something else. My God, that lightning last night. I was on the way home, actually. Funnily enough, we didn't get it out here. I'm in Bracknell in Berkshire. We had no... when I got back here, the ground wasn't even wet or damp. We'd had nothing here at all. But coming through London, and I travelled through the storm, coming from North London, going through West London, and the puddles on the road was something else. Got another call coming in. Hello, who's that, please?
Paul from North London.
Hello, Paul. Welcome to the show.
Hello, darling. How are you? Can I say darling? Is that okay?
Of course you can say anything you want. Could you just turn me down in the background there? Because I'll be delayed
you're
by
on. You can hear me. Yeah, you're on by a big screen. You're looking good, darling, with all the wrinkles that you've got.
I'm on a big screen.
On my HDR screen.
A big screen.
On my big screen, you can't see all your wrinkles.
Am I on a 4K? Am I on a 4K?
Yes, 4K. OLED, darling, OLED.
Nice to listen to you, Paul.
I just wanted to say about this at Club 1830's holiday that you've been going on about. They were value for money. That's why people went on. They were value for money.
Did you go on
In the 80s, you could have a 2-week. Yes, I did. I went on quite several of them, actually.
Okay.
For 2 weeks, you could have probably 90 to 120 pounds for a 2-week holiday.
That's
and that
right.
included full board as well.
That's right. Yeah.
But there were some really naughty things going on, and the reps got you to do some really, really naughty things.
Oh, I know.
Having said that, they were really, really good fun. You know.
We used to see it all on the telly. Did you manage to see any of the brochure that I just showed you?
Yes, I did. Quite boring, aren't they?
Right.
The brochures are boring. I mean, they should have a little bit more titillation in there to sort of get the guys or girls, because that's what you went there for.
And
for these millennials. I mean, they are boring, these millennials. They're very, very boring. They don't seem to have much lives, do they?
No, they're as miserable as sin. No. But you've hit the nail.
We went out. We never had mobiles. We never had anything like that where we could communicate. We went out and we had fun in the discos, in the nightclubs, and just had fun. And that was what it's all about, having fun. And some of these people they sit at their phone all day and they just don't know how to have fun.
We had to talk to each other, didn't we? And we did. I'm sure we did have fun. We did have fun.
Yeah, we did. And I think the most important thing about it was that it was cheap.
What places did you always go?
It was lovely hot.
Did you always go to Ibiza or different places or what?
No, Magaluf. A lot of El Arenal, Mallorca. And also Menorca, so they were quite acceptable to go on. And you got even the aeroplanes at the time you went on, they were Monarch Airways, which was so comfortable. And you think you were treated like a really nice, you're treated very well actually. The food wasn't the best. I can remember some of the food wasn't the best, but
well, it was just
so fun.
burgers and chips, wasn't it? Burgers and chips, basically.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to wish you good night now because I'm just popping out for my walk now.
Just before you go, Paul, you were just saying about the Monarch Airlines, and they sort of were reasonably comfortable. I saw on YouTube, someone had posted a video. This is what it's really like on a Ryanair flight. Okay? And I watched this video. I could not believe how little legroom you've actually got on these things. There must have been 2 inches between the knee and the back of someone's seat. Horrendous.
They are measured.
Ryanair. Yeah. I mean, but you know,
Ryanair are the only company that actually measure their gaps between their seats where the rest don't bother.
Do they really? I mean, it's tiny like that. You must be so uncomfortable.
I get my belly behind it. Oh God, I tell you, I'm losing weight, and I know it's hard to get into those seats, and I don't have to ask for a belt extension now, which is quite good.
Yeah, because you've been on the...
I think that Ryanair Airways are cheap and cheerful, aren't they? Cheap and cheap.
Yeah. No one's dragged. And I heard once there was someone complaining to a member of the Ryanair staff, and her answer was, excuse me. And she was rude. She was really rude to this customer. Excuse me, have you been dragged kicking and screaming onto this Ryanair flight? And he's like, no. Well, you've chosen to do it, so shut up and wait in the queue. That's what she said.
I heard you talking about your Las Vegas holiday.
Oh, yeah.
When I flew out to Fort Lauderdale, and I obviously went over to the States a couple of times, and they do cater for large people, these big American airlines. I mean, I know they're larger out there, but I had so much room, you wouldn't believe. Yeah. And that was in economy class.
Yeah.
So, they do cater. I mean, on long-haul flights, you really don't want to be crunched up like a chicken in a bag, do you? Like what they are on Ryanair Airways.
We're going on the flatbed. We're going on the flatbed to Vegas. It's 11 hours, man. It's 11 hours.
How lovely would that be for you, eh? Why not?
Well, and my nephew. Don't forget my nephew's coming as well, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you Monday night, okay?
All right, Paul. Nice to talk to you. Cheerio now.
Take care. And nice chatting to you. Great show, by the way.
Thank you very much. Cheerio, Paul.
Bye, mate.
There we are. Paul calling in from London Air, boys and girls. Let's just do something with that. Rename, so I know people who are calling. I often, let's just... I try and name your numbers as they come in, because then I know who it is before I've even picked up the phone. How fabulous is that? I'll come back to that in a moment. Let's just read some of your messages again. Matthew says, when we take Jake to visit the UK, we need to arrange to meet up in person. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We will, Matthew. That's an excellent idea. And he says, considering the number of years I've been listening to United Kingdom talk, I'm not about to miss a show now. Till death do us part. Oh, we used to love that. Till death do us part. Do part. It was just comedy. To us, it was just comedy. To people now, it is seen as a terribly racist programme, like a lot of the stuff on the telly was. But to us at that time, it was just comedy. It was just one of those things. We didn't mean anything by it. It was just a bit of fun, really. Hello to Brendan Brady fan. Hope you're doing well. It looked like you've lost weight again. I haven't lost any more weight. Not yet. I'm stopped at 12 stone. That's about where I want to be, okay? He says he's noticed it in my face. Have I got a turkey neck? My mate says I've got a turkey neck. Maybe I need to eat a little bit more to get the right balance. No, because I've got it down here on my stomach. There's a bit round my stomach. You see? There's a bit around my stomach. Brendan Brady fan, welcome to the show, sir. Just walk down here a little bit. 1 second, I shall be with you. Christy Springs. Hello, Christy, who's got to go to work. Have a nice evening, my darling. All right, Andy Baker's there. Hello, Andy. Grant Watch. Where is the pain in your feet? Well, it's in my hand. He's got pain on his on the arches of his foot. That must be really painful. I had pains in my feet a couple of years ago, but it was round the sides, round the outsides of my feet, and that went on for 2 years. For 2 years, I had pains around the outside of my feet, and I didn't have the injections, but I had massages and other things, and nothing seemed to work, and then it just stopped, and it went on for 2 years. That did. Abu Bakr. Hello, Abu Bakr. Welcome to the show, sir. There we are. And we're up on the messages. I just wanted to say about the 18 to 30 holidays. And I've showed you the thing. And I wouldn't book a holiday through this. And I'll tell you why. It's glaringly obvious to me. 18 to 30 holidays, let's be honest, where's all the fit people? Now, these magazines used to be full of fit, semi-naked people in bikinis or swimming shorts. There's none. I mean, those that there is are so far away you can't see them. That's about as good as you're going to get, lads. There's the ladies there, okay? Lads? Well, I mean, where's the fit lads? Oh, no, there's one. Look, you can't even see the faces. Now, for something that's advertised for young people to go and have a good time, let's be honest, when we're in our late teens, 20s, early 30s, we want to go and meet good-looking people, don't we? Am I right or am I wrong here? There's none in here. Look, it's all hotels and sort of pictures taken far away. Where's all the fit people that used to be in these magazines? I couldn't believe it. And I sat there, and as I say, the reason I picked up this is because there was a news story I saw on the news story, and it was talking about the fact that Thomas Cook were thinking of dropping Club 18 to 30, and I've gone into Thomas Cook to pay for my Vegas holiday, and I thought, I'm going to pick up one of these and see what the problem is. And within 30 seconds of me flicking through this, I knew why. There's no pictures, or just a few badly taken pictures. There's no pictures of fit young people in here. That's the attraction. That's the attraction of going to this. It's not necessarily the drink, or the partying, or the hotels. There's no fit people in it. That's why I think they're having trouble booking. They've got the blooming brochure wrong. Let's go to the phones. Hello to Simon in New Haven. Good evening, Simon. Simon.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hello to you. All right. Did you
Yeah.
agree with that magazine there?
I think it'd be boring though. Some people don't like holidays, do they?
They don't like holidays at all, do they, Simon? Are you going anywhere this year?
No. No, I'm not going away this year, no.
Did you go last year?
I only went up to like Manchester.
Okay, what was that, for the day or the night or a week or what?
For a week, yeah, when I was with my friend. We went up to Old Trafford.
And what did you do there? Oh, your football, was it?
Yeah, we went up for a tour, yeah.
Are you a football boy, are you?
Yeah.
At Manchester United?
Yeah.
Okay, my nephew supports Chelsea, and they had the football on. I saw something. I'm not really a football follower. Something about Liverpool and Real Madrid. Who won that event? Because
Real Madrid won.
Did they? Are they like the world's best football team, Real Madrid?
Yeah, they won it 13 times in a row.
13 times, gosh. I remember when it used to be Manchester United. They were like the big club, weren't they, at one point?
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're not going on holiday this year. How's work?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I'm working in Peacehaven. Screen Solutions now.
Sorry?
Screen Solutions.
Screen Solutions? What's that?
It's they go out to different companies like in Germany and doing like screen-proof booths and that.
They do screen-proof
booths.
What's
so
that?
When you go and talk when you go and make a phone call, you go in this booth and it's all private and they can't hear you.
Oh, so people can't call you. When you said Screen Solutions, I thought you like repaired the screens on iPhones or things like that.
No, you make them all up from scratch, like aluminium and all that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I've been there 4 weeks now.
Oh, good. Good money?
Yeah. It's
Good.
minimum wage.
Good. Are you be going to Manchester again? You like it there, do you?
Yeah, I'm hopefully going in a couple of weeks to go to see my friend up there again.
Right, lovely.
Watched the War Wedding the other day.
Oh, I loved it last week. I don't know. I was bored. I was open for another royal wedding yesterday. I loved watching that. What a lovely day they had for that. Weren't they lucky with the weather?
I know.
Have you seen the little bags of goodies that people had been given at the royal wedding? Did you see that?
No.
What the I think they were VIPs. I don't know, but certain people at the weddings were given little bags, and they had not expensive things in there. I don't know, maybe a photo and a bar of soap and things like that. They've been putting them on eBay, and of course it says Royal Wedding on the bag. Okay, it says Royal Wedding on the bag there, and they're putting on eBay. There's one up to £60,000 now. The stuff in the bag is probably worth about £3. I kid you not.
Yeah.
Isn't that awful?
But was it the priest that spoke for like hours? Did
Who?
it get on your nerves?
Do what?
Is it the priest that talks for a long time?
The police?
Priest.
The priest. Oh, no, that was the preacher. What was his name? Was it Murray? Yeah. Was it Mr. Murray? Father Murray or Bishop? I can't remember his name now. I thought he was blooming great. I would like to see him down our church shouting and screaming his head off. I thought he was excellent. He was absolutely excellent.
Did you find out how much it cost?
Eh?
It cost 43 million.
Oh, cheap at half the price. How many people do you think are going to come to this country after seeing that? Answer, loads and loads and loads. Yes. Worth every penny.
Yeah.
I've donated £5 of my own money for that wedding as well. All right, Simon. Is there anything else you called in about?
No, everything I think, Chris.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Lovely to talk to you, Simon.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheerio
Bye-bye.
now. Bye-bye. Simon up there in New Haven, boys and girls. Some more of your messages coming through there. Brendan Brady, let me see. Surprised me. Honesty in a non-offensive, light-hearted way. Yeah, absolute honesty. I'll always be honest with you in hopefully a non-offensive, light-hearted way. I do look a little bit thinner. I know I look a bit thinner. The trouble is when you lose weight, it goes more in your face than anywhere else. That's the truth. The first place weight goes is in your face. Round your waist is the last place it goes. How annoying is that? So you're looking like that as you're walking along the street, but you can't get your jeans done up. One of those things, I'm afraid. Good. Now, what else have we got here this morning? Got some news stories for you. What about this? Now, what are you going to do with your body when you die? Any ideas yet? I've got a suggestion for you, boys and girls. In the Sun today, in Britain's super soar-away Sun today, Britain's first body farm can open soon. It's going to open soon. But they need your corpse first. So if you're wondering, perhaps you don't want the expense of being shoved in a little coffin. Or burnt up a chimney or something like that. Huh? Here's an idea for you. Forensic experts are looking for volunteers to donate their corpses to rot away on Britain's first body farm. Oh yes, ministers are reportedly considering plans to open an outdoor cadaver lab, which are already common in the United States of America. It goes on. Body farms are where human corpses are used in experiment to investigate taphonomy, the grisly science of decomposition. Bodies can be left to rot for months or even years to show varying stages of decomposition, reports the Sunday Telegraph. They can be buried, hung in trees or left underwater to understand and analyse how corpses deteriorate in different conditions. The lessons learnt can be then applied to real-life crime scenes to help identify murder victims and work out how they died. Now, this is interesting. And you can see, like in a field, all these bodies strewn over the place in various states of decomposition. I have already threatened people that when I go, if I decide to go in a coffin, I may have a camera installed so you can watch. You can watch me become dust. You can watch me become dust. I don't know if that's doing anything for you at all. The story goes on. Where are we now? The story goes on. Dr. Anna Williams, an anthropologist, there's a good word, an anthropologist at Huddersfield University, says the move would improve forensic science work in the UK. So if you're interested in doing something else with your body Okay, feel free to donate it to science because you could be just chucked into a field. Apparently, they do it in different places. Now, there are 9 body farms in operation around the world, including 7 in America, of course. I wonder if you get paid for this. You know, can you go to the company and say, well, my body is available. You can have it after I die, but that's going to be £10,000, please. I mean, do they say, well, there you go, there's your £10,000, spend it as you want, and then let us know when you're dead? Or someone else would have to let you know when you're dead, wouldn't you? When you think about it. Or would you? Because you see, if that was the case, I'd be worried. I'd be worried that that the company concerned would possibly want to knock me off to get to get the body in. Now, have you an idea would you donate your body to something like that? Call in and let us know if you want to. Lines are open again. 0208 144 3477 is my local London phone-in number, okay? 0208 144 3477. Would you donate your body to a body farm, okay? So it literally can be left outside and they watch it decompose, and they also watch what sort of animals come and eat you. Are you liking the sound of that? Yes or no? 020 8144 3477. The other body farms are in Australia and Holland. Let's go to the phones. And Heidi's on the phone. Good evening, Heidi.
Hello, darling.
Hello,
You
Heidi.
right? Hello?
Hello.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Listen, I just wanted to know when your sister phoned the other day.
No, we're talking about body farms at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Well, would I give my... I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. 'Cause what they're going to do with it.
Pardon?
What they're going to do with it after.
Well, what they do is observe you decomposing in a field.
How interesting. Not really.
There's some more of the story. It says 9 body farms. Between them, they have helped solve several baffling murders, including the case of serial killer John Wayne Gacy. Gacy killed 33 men in the 1970s, burying most of his victims beneath his house, beneath his house, in his house. Forensic experts were able to use evidence gathered from body farms. Okay, so this will help other people to identify a number of victims. Don't you think it might be better? Because obviously if you go in a box or up a chimney or something like that, you're no use to anyone else after that, are you?
No, but hang on a minute, I'm just trying to get my head around how come... Anyway, forget that. I'm not even going to go into that. Listen.
But that's what we're talking about at the moment, Heidi. Body farms.
Yeah, okay. But listen, Real Madrid, Simon gave you the wrong information. They've won the title 3 consecutive years in a row.
Well, we're doing body farms at the moment, Heidi. All right, my darling. I'm sorry, my love. Perhaps if you call in when we're talking about the football or something another time, darling, okay? It goes on. Anyone else want to call in about the body farms? 0208 144 3477 is the number. It says body farms not only study the rate of decomposition, but also the scavengers that feast on the corpses. Little animals eating away at you. How awful is that? Let's go to Matt Martens on the phone in Canada. Is this your sort of thing, Matt? Good evening. Oh. Is there a baby making noise?
There is.
There you are. Good evening, Matt.
Jake. Yes.
Are you liking the sound of this or not?
The body farms, mate. You know, I got to say, as a Christian, I need to speak, I think, on that point a bit, that really we should be left in the grave. And that's my belief on that one.
Well, the thing is with this one, Matt, you wouldn't actually make it to the grave. You die and you give your body over. And apparently, they're also going to study the rate of the... they want to study the scavengers that feast on you. Now, do you perhaps have a particular scavenger that you would like to eat you?
Well, if I had my choice, I would suppose a rat would do nicely. They're rather creative in the way they look for fat cells and things on the objects that they find. So I suppose that would be my best option.
Yeah, and you would be helping other creatures then, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah, but I have to say, mate, it still doesn't quite top the biblical beliefs. But I mean, again, if I had to do without my biblical beliefs, I'd suppose that'd be the way to go. Yeah,
I understand that. I understand that. Yes.
yeah, yeah. But no, I must say it's quite something. I mean, something like this you would never have imagined, 50 years ago.
No, no, absolutely. And I remember there was there's another method of leaving the planet now where you get put in this tube which is
Right.
full of some sort of, I think, an alkaline liquid, and it starts shaking and you literally become water. You literally
Really?
and you get flushed down a sewer. I mean, how awful. There would be nothing to visit, would there? I can go to my mother's and father's grave and I can sit down there and kneel down or do anything. If you flush down a drain, nothing to visit. Mind
That's
you,
right. What are you going to do? You're going to look at the sky. You're going to look up into space. Oh, I know you're up there somewhere.
not
Yeah.
up there. Well, you could end up drinking your own parents. How awful.
Oh,
Awful.
it's terrible.
Ah!
Yeah,
It goes on here. Here, look, here, you said rats. Experts
Yeah.
have learned rats like greasy bones. Would you consider yourself someone with greasy bones, Matt?
Oh, the greasiest. The greasiest.
You got a lot of
Absolutely.
grease on
Yeah.
your bones, have you? And tend to
Yes.
chew on the ends of the bones to get the marrow inside. This means that if a body is found in the woods with bite marks on the ends, but nowhere else, it means that the rats got there first.
Wow. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Well, all right, man. Just wanted to chime in on that one anyhow. Thanks very much for having me today. I appreciate the show.
Appreciate that, Matt. You have a lovely evening, all right?
Yeah, you too, Chris. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
And love to your little boy and your wife. Bye-bye now.
Yes, thanks very much, mate.
There we are. Matt calling in from Canada there. He's Canada. He's not liking the idea. Perhaps you do. You're going to leave your body to this? 0208 144 3477. The story goes on. When left unburied and open to the elements, a human body can be stripped down to a skeleton in just 18 months. So in 18 months, you will have been nibbled away at all your parts. Bones laying all over the place. Ghastly. Ghastly. It says, however, if part of the body is left buried or it's left in a cold climate, the amount of time differs. Human remains act just like any other type of fertilizer, producing nitrogen and providing nutrients to plant life. You could become a tree. I've often said this. If I decide to get buried in a coffin, which is quite likely, probably, possibly with my mother and father in that same little grave thing there, I'd like a tree on top of me so that the roots can come down into the coffin and suck me up to make another life. I could become an oak tree. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Are you liking the sound of that? It says, plants thrive on these added nutrients, growing larger and greener if near a buried corpse. Are you liking that? Andy says, can you just imagine the smell in a body farm? Oh, my God. Bodies all over the place. Hello to Dukey. Good evening, Duke. Are you out somewhere tonight? I think you're out somewhere tonight. Everyone else want to call in on that? 0208 144 3477. Nice and quickly, and we'll move on, boys and girls. Weird City Citizen is with us today. Hello, Weird City Citizen. Welcome to the show. Who's missed loads? You have missed loads. You're very late to the show. We're nearly finished, to be honest, Weird City Citizen. Almost finished. Weird City Citizen says, I would do it. It sounds like tremendous fun. When you think about it, your body goes into the ground and then that's it. Nothing, it's kind of a waste, isn't it? It is a bit of a waste. Why not make it useful? Perhaps we could be crushed up. Perhaps I could become a litre of diesel and shoved into the back of someone's car or something like that. Eh? I wonder if, and if you were watching the show the other day, you'll know what I'm coming to here. I wonder if we could be crushed up and turned into fudge. I quite like the sound of that. Being turned into a little block of fudge. Duke's at work. Oh, you poor thing. This on a Sunday night, 8:30. People do betting on a Sunday night at 8:30, do they? That's awful, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Really sorry to hear that. Good. So that's the death thing there, boys and girls. We got any other stories here? Got more to tell you here. Let's have a look there. Because I shall be with you tomorrow morning. How are we doing on time? I fancy my dinner now, to be honest. I think I'll go and have my dinner very shortly. We'll do one more story then, if you want to call in about this. 1 minute now. That's the body story. Here we are. Where is it now? Come on now. Doctor Who. Any Doctor Who fans? This is in today's Daily Mail, this one. Fans of the BBC science fiction series Doctor Who have hit back at the London Film and Comic Con organisers after they were told, are you ready for this? They had to spend £230 to get close to stars Christopher Eccleston and Peter Capaldi. I was disappointed when Peter Capaldi resigned from Doctor Who. I think he only did 2 series, didn't he? I think he was great. I thought he was the best of the new lot. There's kind of the old lot of Doctor Who that was like 60s, 70s, 80s, isn't there? And there's the new lot that started with Christopher Eccleston. He only did 1, didn't he? He only did 1. David Tennant was the most popular one there. But for me, Peter Capaldi was the best of the new lot so far. It goes on. If loyal fans of the long-running Doctor Who series wanted a photo with either former Time Lords, they would have to fork out for a diamond pass, which pays for a selfie and an exclusive mug and autograph. Well, the mugs, I have to tell you, probably cost them about £2 to make. Okay, mugs are quite cheap to make. Generally, you can get a fan mug or something off eBay for like £10, which is, I suppose, reasonable. My sister makes them, actually. My sister makes mugs. I think she charges about £9.99 for a mug, you know, with a picture of, I don't know, Dallas or me or your favourite pop star Britney Spears. You can type in Britney Spears mug. You'll probably get one of those for £10, maybe £5 even on there. According to The Sun, fans who have booked up for July's event, this is the London Film and Comic Con organisers, London Film and Comic. According to The Sun, fans who have booked up for July's event are fuming over the price, causing the expensive fee ridiculous. Now, I got a thought on this. The Diamond Pass, which includes a photo outside the TARDIS with Christopher Eccleston, will cost £235. While a ticket for Peter, who's 60, is £10 cheaper. So he's cheaper. I don't know why that is. Why is Peter Capaldi cheaper? He's the most recent one. Just the selfie alone is going to cost you £85. And fans have expressed their outrage over the heightened prices. Now, I go along with this. It's absolutely outrageous to be charged any fee, I think, to have your photo taken with some sort of star or celebrity. I think it's outrageous. That being said, they're all doing it now. They have what they call meet and greets. Meet and greets. Now, even those drag queens that come over from America, you want your photo and that taken, you've got to have a golden ticket, and it's going to cost you £25. You know, to have your photo taken with someone. And I think it's really wrong, I do. I do think it's wrong to be charging such enormous amounts. All the stars do a meet and greet now when they have concerts, whether it be Britney Spears or Barry Manilow. You can pay an arm and a leg to go and sit there for them with 2 minutes possibly, and have a quick chat with them and your photo taken. Thank you very much. That's whatever, how much it is. Some of them are hundreds of pounds. And then off they go. Some of them do the money for charity. I gather the Barry Manilow ones is all for charity. So he does these meets and greets, and the money you spend to meet him goes to charity. Now, I don't know if I'm sure they wouldn't all be for charity. But I just wouldn't pay. I don't think I'd pay £100 to meet someone. I think that's wrong. They are your fans. They have made you who you are. How dare you charge people 165 quid, whatever it is, 10 quid, to have your photo taken with them? How dare you charge people like that? That's wrong. One fan told the publication, we look forward to this event every year, but this time around the money-grabbing prices are ridiculous. They are taking the mick. The signing of Chris Eccleston was a massive coup, but I'm not paying £230 for a selfie and a mug. They must think we're mugs. Well, you may not, sir, and I wouldn't. But the problem is, people will. And as long as people will pay as I say, whether it's 10 quid or 1,000 quid, as long as people are prepared to pay that, it will continue to carry on. Mail Online have contacted representatives for Peter, but there's no comment. Sci-fi fans can still bag a photo with the show's Sixth Doctor, 74-year-old Colin Baker, for just 15 quid. Oh dear. So it's only 15 quid for Colin Baker. I'd be happy. No, I wouldn't be happy paying 15 quid for a photo. No. No. Other big names attend the Comic Book Fest include Transformer star Megan Fox and rock icon Meatloaf, who fans can meet for 15 quid. See, it costs you money to meet these people. How did we get to that? This has been going on for some years, to be fair. And as I say, you can't blame the Doctor Who people for doing this because they're all doing it now. All these stars do it. I don't know who does it for nothing. Fans in the US may have a harder time getting close to their favourite stars. At the equivalent event next month, a photo with 10th Time Lord David Tennant will set fans back £325. Now, David isn't getting £325. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, these stars are not getting the price that it costs you to pay them. Some company is getting that. An organisation is getting that. The organisation in turn will be paying these stars enormous amounts of money to appear there. So everyone's making money here, okay? But presumably you have to pay a price to get into this event, do you? I just think it's taking the mick. It really is. London Comic Con is held in July and sees stars from TV and film appear at the convention, which celebrates popular culture. Autograph signings and photo shots are an integral part of all conventions, with stars charging fans on top of the £55 3-day ticket price. So they're already paying 55 quid to go and see this thing. I just think it's a bit much. I really do. Andy says, I was never keen on Christopher Eccleston. No, actually, neither was I. I think he's a brilliant actor, Christopher Eccleston. For Doctor Who, it didn't do it for me, really. Didn't really do it for me. The best Doctor Who's for me are Tom Baker and David Tennant. Yeah, Andy, for me, Tom Baker, Peter Capaldi, my favourite, John Pertwee. John Pertwee. When he used to do this karate, didn't he? It was hilarious. My favourite Doctor Who story of all time was Planet of the Spiders. What do you think on this, by the way? Do you agree with it or don't you agree with it? If you've got thoughts on this subject, call in 0208 144 3477. Would you pay whoever is your favourite person on the telly or singer, something like that, would you pay to have your photo taken with them? And how much would you pay? 020 8144 3477 is my local London call-in number. If you've got Skype, you can Skype in on United Kingdom Talk. If you're watching on a television and you can't join in by any of the typing messages, you can text the show. The phone number's up there just under the Union flag. 07551 259 675 is the text in number. Okay. Hello, John Cooper. Welcome to the show, John. Welcome to the show. Duke needs a man to come home to. Well, I'm here. I'm here, Duke. Get on the buck, lock the door, round come. I'll make a nice dinner for you. I've got a nice dinner in my slow cooker at the moment. Sarah says he will always be Wurzel Gummidge for me. I loved that. Oh, that was great, that was, wasn't it, Wurzel Gummidge? I used to love John Pertwee on the telly. I was a big, big fan of John Pertwee. Was he on How? Do you remember How? How. Ba, 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 from Southern Television. Do you remember that? How. I do remember that one. Good. Weird Citizen says, imagine going to see Barry Manilow and instead of signing, he was just sat behind a desk charging £55 a pop. You can meet Barry. He does a platinum experience. It's going to cost you about 900 quid. Honest, it's a lot of money. But he tells us that the money goes to charity. I wouldn't pay £900 to meet someone. I wouldn't pay £100 to meet someone. I've thought about it before, actually. But sometimes, you know, you have an idea, and you must remember, you see these people on the stage or wherever, and they are projecting an image. And I like that image. I like Barry Manilow's image. I like it. That is the image that I want. And you can meet someone, perhaps away from that all, and, I don't know about that now. Do you know what I mean? So it's anyone on the television or anyone like that, there is an image. There is an image, and you like that image. Why not just leave it at that? I know people have met one of the Spice Girls, my very good friend of mine who's a DJ in Gran Canaria now. She is Charlotte, her name is. And she used to work at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern. She used to do a thing called The Institution. A DJ... What was her DJ name? DJ MC Dryweave. MC Dryweave, that was her DJ name. Charlotte, her name was. And she met one of the Spice Girls once. She said, "Oh, hello, I just wanted to say I really like your singing and your shows. I'm a big fan." And the Spice Girl went, "Yeah, right, okay," like that, threw her eyes up to heaven and walked off. It's not nice, is it? But of course, had she never have met her like that, then her whole opinion changed, you see. Sometimes people are so busy that they haven't got time to talk to you. That's just how it is. So I think sometimes it's good to like. So I like. There's lots of people on the telly, and I think, I might like to meet you. You know, someone like that. Cilla Black might have liked to meet Cilla Black, but again, I know some people that met Cilla Black, and she was a right cow. You know, so sometimes you've got that image of that person that they're projecting, and that's enough. Just leave it at that. Maybe you don't want to meet that. You don't really want to meet that person because they're not actually the image that they're projecting. One of those things, isn't it? Andy says, sorry, one moment. Sarah didn't like Davros. Oh, yeah, Davros. One of my favourite characters. Yes, Doctor. He used to sit in that chair, didn't he? Oh, I love Davros. He was a great character in that little thing. I think within about 6 months of us dying, we all look like Davros. I'm sure that is the case. Sarah. Andy also liked Wurzel Gummidge. They are bringing it back. Yes, I saw that. They're bringing back Wurzel Gummidge. What, without John Pertwee? How can you be doing that? Don't think so, mate. No. Yes, there we are. So that's the paying for pictures story, which I'm not too keen on that. Good. Okay, gang, let's do today's birthdays, and then we're going to disappear, and I shall go and have my dinner. I think my mate's coming around later as well. Happy birthday today to on this Sunday, the 27th of May 2018. Happy birthday to Ben Scott. Hello, Ben. Long time no see. Happy birthday to Ben Scott. John Wright today is 41 years old today. Happy birthday, John. Fitch. Great name. Fitch is a young 55 today. Happy birthday, Fitch. Dean Fultaggio, who is a PCIT expert. 33 years old today. Happy birthday, Dean. Tom Lodge, 59 years old today. Jamie Waddilove, a young 36 years on today. So they're our birthdays today, gang. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthday, gang. Just a a couple of messages to finish off today. Weird City Citizen says, I met Victoria Wood. She was awful to me. I came on duty and served her a white wine, but she chastised me for not checking with the previous barman the specific brand she was drinking. Oh, just awful. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? You know, that is a shame. Of course, sometimes they're very busy. I mean, you know, if someone's singing a song, and this happened at a Barry Manilow concert. I kid you not, this happened at a Barry Manilow concert. He was singing, and this was woman in the second row having, like, you know, when he does his talking bits, you know, in between the songs, the patter. She's trying to have a conversation with him while he's doing his patter. Now, I get this when I'm doing the karaoke. People are trying to have a conversation with you while you're hosting, and it's just impossible. It's absolutely impossible. It's like you know, the end of the night when you're trying to clear up and people are trying to have a conversation with you. Well, I'm trying to clear up. I'm still working. And then I want to go home. The job is finished. I'm going home. Goodbye. And people are often offended by that. You know, people are offended when you haven't got time to talk to them. They don't understand that you're still at work. And you try and be nice about it, but it carries on and on and on. Eventually, look, well, please go away. I'm trying to work. And then they don't like you anymore. So you can't win, really. You can't win. But there you go. It's one of those things, unfortunately, that's all part of life, isn't it? Andy says, Joan Collins was supposed to be horrible as well. My nan went to her for an autograph and she just walked past. Maybe she didn't see her. Is she hard of seeing, Joan Collins? Is she hard of seeing? Alrighty, that's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us, boys and girls. Tomorrow, it's Monday tomorrow, and we're always here early on a Monday morning, around about 9 a.m. tomorrow, because of course tomorrow morning, every Monday morning I do my music and chat show. That's between 10 and 11 a.m. and we choose the music for that in my talk show, which is on round about 9 till 9:40. That's tomorrow morning, okay? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.